In 1990, Supreme Court of the United States delivered a landmark ruling that pushed the boundaries of life, death, and personal freedom. In Cruzan v. Director, Missouri Department of Health, the court affirmed for the first time that individuals have a constitutional right to refuse life-sustaining medical treatment. On paper, it was a victory for liberty and bodily autonomy. In practice, it sparked a firestorm of ethical, religious, and political debate that still divides the nation. The case centered on Nancy Cruzan, a young woman left in a persistent vegetative state after a car accident. Her parents, certain Nancy would not have wanted to live that way, sought to remove her feeding tube. Missouri refused, insisting life must be preserved unless there was clear and convincing proof of her wishes. This was not just about medical care, it was about control. Who decides when life ends, the state or the individual? What role should family, religion, or politics play? The court acknowledged a competent person's right to refuse treatment, but it upheld Missouri's stance, ruling that Nancy's wishes were not clearly proven. The right to die was affirmed in theory but buried in legal uncertainty. Supporters saw this as a step toward dignity and autonomy. They argued that keeping someone alive in a non-responsive state against their will is a violation of freedom. Critics warned that it risked turning life into something negotiable and left vulnerable people at risk of being quietly discarded. The case energized the right to die movement, which opposed using medical technology to trap people in lifeless shells. But it also provoked fierce resistance from religious groups and pro-life advocates, who saw it as morally unacceptable and a threat to the value of human life. Cruzan forced the nation to confront its fear of death. It questioned whether more treatment always means more life and raised concerns about race, class, and access to proper end-of-life care. Though the Cruzan family eventually gained the right to withdraw care, the ruling left a legacy of ambiguity. The right to die was recognized, but real access to that right remained difficult. In the end, the court's decision supported personal freedom in name, but left Americans wrestling with deeper questions about who truly controls life and death in a system shaped by law, medicine, and belief.